let's start with Anime Expo. Anime Expo, for those of you who don't know, is safe to say the biggest anime convention in the US. I don't know if I could say the world because Japan has some crazy conventions. So I'm gonna say the biggest in the US for sure. In North America. Yeah. It's a pretty large convention, you know, and I like going. I know that a lot of people don't like going because it's a lot. It's a lot of people. I have done it a few times, so thankfully I can maneuver myself. And because I am a guest, there are certain areas that I can go through that allow me to, you know, step away from like folks. Like it's like, oh, I need some privacy, get me out of here. Or if I need to, you know, just get from one end to the other end of the con a little bit faster, right? It's even with all that, it's still a lot. And I feel that as an attendee, it's way worse. So yeah, there is that. But TLDR, I had fun. The crowds were insane. Lady Azura, thank you for the 8 months. This was, so this year I did not go on Thursday because I had work, but I did go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I signed on Saturday from 4 to 8. Well, I was supposed to sign 4 to 8. And then I signed on Sunday 10 to 2, which it was supposed to be till 2, but we went over. Anyway, so that's what happened. I didn't go on Thursday, but my Friday was a little bit free. We did react to the Honkai Star Rail special program before I left. And then immediately after, I headed off to Anime Expo. I ended up going to a specific location, and then I just kind of walked from there because I thought, you know what, let me just walk to the con from this position because I thought it'd be easier, especially because they closed down Figueroa, which I personally think it's about time they did that because Anime Expo is so big, and not only does the cars cause a traffic jam for people trying to cross and get to the other side of the street, it also is just inconvenient for the people driving that street. Like, yes, they closed down Figueroa for Anime Expo, but like, I personally, if I'm driving through there, I would rather go around than through that area, because through that area is fucking awful in the past couple of years. So I'm glad they actually did that. So I'm glad they did that, because then you could just step out of the boundaries and then you could just call a lift or whatever. So it made it a lot easier, at least for me. The first day I went exploring, I was actually with my friend slash agent Amy, my con agent Amy, and we were just walking the floor. At first I was just like, let me go explore, let me see what they got. And then Amy tagged along. We checked out the Persona booth, like the Atlas booth. They had a lot of stuff. They wanted to buy stuff. I went to check out a bunch of different places. And this was the con. Look, I've gotten stopped at cons before, right? Like, I've been like, oh my God, are you CyYu? Holy shit, are you Alejandro? Oh my God. You know, like, that happens when I go to cons, especially cons that I guessed at, right? Like, I was like, oh, I got recognized. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. This year was something else. This year, like, bro, let me put on the music, because, brother, this is like a war zone. This year, I'm not even exaggerating. I got stopped, like, every 5 minutes. I was like, gulp. But yeah, I honestly felt bad. I felt bad for the people I was hanging out with, because at one point I was hanging out with Howard, and we would like walk and be like, are you CyYu? Yeah, I gotta, hey, are you CyYu? Yeah, I gotta. So it was a lot of that. Now, the first day, and by the way, if I turned you away, you have to realize it's not because I was like, it's like, hold on. It's not because I was like, do you know who I am? I'm CyYuVtuber. No, it's just because on Thursday, I literally got stopped like 50 fucking times. So I'm just like trying to enjoy the con and be like, hey, are you? And I'm like, yes, could we take a picture? Sure. And and look, I love meeting fans, but the problem was if I said yes to one person and then I said no to the next, I felt really fucking bad. So I was like, okay, you see, Majin, you make a very good point. Here's the problem. I did do that. At one point and I still got recognized. So yeah, I gave up. I was literally like at one point I was in Artist Alley with my mask on and some fucking glasses and like, are you CyYu? And I was like, I gotta go. Yeah, next, full cosplay is what I gotta do. But in one of the sections, I understood why I got stopped a lot. I mean, I was literally with Amy. Hey, Federica, thank you for the raid. How's it going, Raiders? We're talking about Anime Expo. The one section I got stopped at was the Sega booth a lot. And it was really funny because I was buying Hayden this Sega Genesis purse. Because I was like, oh, Hayden's purse just broke. Yeah, let me buy this. And Amy wanted to buy a bunch of Persona stuff. We also got to do photos with like the Persona, like kind of the Persona stand. Like they had a Persona 4 revival thing.
Cosplay or a hat that says that you're on a break.
Oh, a hat that says I'm on a break. That's actually really funny. But yeah, at one point I started talking. Like they didn't see my face. I was just talking and someone goes, oh my God, is that Alejandro Saab? And I was like, no. And I'm like, and then because one person said it, I took like pictures with like 10 fucking people. They're like, oh my God, Akihiko! And I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, all right, yep, hi, yep, I'll take a picture, yep, hi. And I took a bunch of pictures. But yeah, and it was really funny because Amy was like, I can't take you anywhere, bro. And I was like, nope, no, you cannot. But yeah, it's, look, I enjoy meeting fans and it's cool, like getting like recognized and stuff. And I was like, oh, hey, they are a fan of my work. That's so cool. Oh yes, I am aware, Scylla. That's cute. Man, you're really famous. Hope you enjoyed your. I did enjoy my Anime Expo. Even though getting stopped, I got to take photos at the Persona booth. I took one cheeky photo, which I know folks want me to talk about, but I think I might save that for like separate part of Anime Expo stories, just because I feel like we could do a whole video on that. So we'll talk about the alien stage thing separately. Don't worry. I know you guys want me to talk about it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Then Amy had to go. I hung out with like Ben and another friend of ours, and we literally we went to the Crunchyroll booth. I ran into a bunch of friends. I ran into Damian Haas. He gave me like one of his gold markers because he only needed it the one time. I ran into Megan from Square. She was like, we were talking about Love and Deep Space with the whole Valko stuff, which I didn't know this, by the way. I didn't know that Anime Expo, in their banner for doing that, like, lads fucking cosplay meetup, which, by the way, if you did that, you're braver than I am, because the whole time I would have been fucking blushing. If any of those men grabbed me like that, I would just be... golly, because what the fuck, bro? And in public? Hey, but you know what? It's all good. Consent is cool. But I personally could not. My first-hand embarrassment would go dummy.
Anime Expo is like the Gusty Garden Galaxy of anime conventions. That's how incredibly fun it is. And knowing LA is the home of it along with many famous stars reminds me of Doja Cat. I imagine you meet her at like an event or so.
Interesting.
It also reminds me of Bow the Whale's California Girls song.
Oh.
Lamau.
Chat, I want to let it be known. I am not bi. I'm definitely hating sexual, and Naruto and Persona 4 Golden definitely made me feel that way. But I can appreciate a good-looking man. Shit. Like, you know, if someone's attractive, someone's attractive. Like, I don't fucking know. That's just whatever, man. But what an odd time to join. Yes. But that was the crazy thing. While I was talking with Megan, I didn't know that Anime Expo had promoted Valko in their meetups, which is crazy. So 07 in chat for Valko. However, Hopium Copium, allegedly they made a like newsletter talking about Valko's story. So maybe there's a bit of hope. I just saw someone post about it on Twitter. So maybe there's a chance. Honestly, this is my thoughts, chat. If they don't release Valko, I hate to say this. I genuinely think they're shutting down that game. Like, I hate to be that guy. I actually think they're shutting down that game. Because what is Valko? Valko is a character in Love and Deep Space that they worked on for 2 years. And there have been so many rumors and so many speculations on what happened and why they're doing it. So the Chinese community of Love and Deep Space were like, yo, fuck this furry. Fuck this guy. We don't want him. He's ugly. And they like send like death threats. They threw shit, like literal shit at the company's office, all this stuff. But then on the global side, you have a bunch of people protesting who are deleting the app, who are fucking review bombing the game. Everybody's giving it a 1, everyone's uninstalling it and all this stuff. And they're losing a bunch of shit. And then there's a rumor that apparently the devs over at Love and Deep Space all threatened to quit if they don't add Valko into the game. So it's like, bro, we busted our asses off for 2 fucking years and you're gonna do this shit again? Allegedly, that part is a rumor. But, all that to say, what you have to consider is 2 years worth of content. If they don't put it out, what do they have? That's 2 years of allegedly story and events that revolve around Valko. So it's gonna be bad. Like that's, and again, this is all assumption. But anyway, but yeah. So nice meeting you. Hope you get an epic card. Hey, well, thank you, miss. Thank you. But yeah, and I ended up talking with a lot of people. Some people I knew, some people I didn't know. But, you know, I went to the Crunchyroll booth. Shout out to Tatiana for letting me skip a bunch of lines. I got to take a picture with Molly in front of the Demons of the Shadow Realm, exhibit, the experience. We got to do this, like, card matching game that, then we got these cool Demons of the Shadow Realm bags, which, by the way, you should totally watch the English dub of Demons of the Shadow Realm, because it's pretty cool, and I totally voice a guy named Ivan in that. I voice Ivan in that one. But yeah, it's a really cool show. It's by the creator of Fullmetal Alchemist, Hiromu Arakawa. So highly recommend. Yeah, then also they had a dubbing booth at Anime Expo. So if you ever wanted to experience what anime dubbing was like, they had that. Chat, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not at all how we do that. That booth is a lot. Like, I'm just telling you right now. So the way they did the booth, by the way, chat, is that they had 4 microphones in there. First of all, that's not how dubbing works. When you do voiceover in anime, it's 1 microphone, 1 person in the booth, unless you're doing Walla, which is with all actors, which is essentially the background noise is like, oh my God, they're coming, run! Like that kind of bullshit. But there's still only 1 microphone, all right? Yeah, it's a fun experience, but that is not how you do it. Because the scenes we were doing was multiple characters at the same time with 4 different microphones. Also not the right microphone to use in the booth. And you normally get beeps. Truth be told, that experience is more like how Sentai Filmworks records their anime. Because the way Sentai Filmworks or High Dive records their anime is no beeps. They play you the Japanese in your ear, and you just watch the time code, and you have to make sure that you're recording as it's going. And then after you finish an episode, you go back and make sure that everything fits the flaps and adjust accordingly. That is not at all how we do it at Crunchyroll or at Bang Zoom or at any other dubbing studio. So that is the thing about the dubbing experience at Anime Expo. It was fun, but it's not the way they do it at Crunchyroll. Did you say Sentai? Right. Sentai Filmworks, not Super Sentai. Just making sure. Hey, what up, Dust? How you doing? Hope your con went well. I think you did a con, but not Expo, right? Also, the funny thing is we ended up doing a scene of Dr. Stone, and I ended up being Senku, which I was like, I'm in this show, but not as this guy. Hey, thank you for the $25. For some reason, I can't fucking see those $25. Hey, I just learned that you voiced Cutter, Soul Name Tam, Blood of 10 Chefs, Inseeker, Brother and All, but Blood Skyway is literally my favorite comic ever since 1991. Oh, you mean Elf Quest. Sorry, you didn't say that, and I was like, Cutter, I know Cutter. And then Soul Name Tam, you said the full thing. You said the full thing. Got it. Thank you so much for the $25 super chat, or $25 tip. I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh, yes, for the audio drama. Yeah, for the, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Ta-da. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun with it. Oh, yes?
I can tell you had a huge blast over attacks late.
How could you tell?
That con is a ton of fun. Wish I could have gone this year but at Bill's, but I look forward to going in 2027 or so and seeing you and Amelie there. BTW, did you see Arma, Numi, Silvervale, Suko, CyYuVtuber, Iron Mouse and Connor, and or Nyan?
I only saw Ama, Numi, Mouse technically, and Connor. I did not see the rest of them, unfortunately. Yeah. Also, here's the thing about VTubers. And hey, if any of the VTubers that know me watch this, please introduce yourselves. Like, if you want to say hi, or you're like, oh, CyYu's ignoring me. No, I'm not. I'm not ignoring you. I just don't know what you look like. You all have me at a disadvantage. You literally all have me at a disadvantage. I literally went to a VTuber party during Anime Expo, and everyone like approaching me, and I'm just like, I don't know who you guys are. You all have me at a disadvantage. You all look at me from a distance, and I'm like, they're staring. Like, God, like, I don't know what to do. I want to say hi to you, but like one of the VTubers I met was Jupiter, and they're like, oh, I'm a big fan, and I was like, oh, hi, who are? And she was like, oh, I'm Jupiter. And I was like, oh, I know who you are. Hell yeah, but I just don't know anybody what they look like. Except for like Bao, because I've met Bao multiple times, or Numi, you know, or like Buff or Shia and like Candy and Rose, but everybody else, I'm like, help me. Yeah, we need the name tag shit for sure. But anyway, to go back real quick to the Crunchyroll booth, it was fun. The dubbing experience was fun. I hope they do it again. It was their first time doing it. I wanted to do the witch hat experience because damn, that thing looked cool. You had to write your own spell. I thought that was awesome. The creepiest thing was the Sentence to be a Hero animatronic. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude, that show looks cool, and I have to binge watch it, but they had an animatronic of the little girl, and that was terrifying, because it's just...
Hello, CyYu, have you met Elsie Lovelock before, because she is so kind?
Yes, I have.
Two Vas that attended Magic in Oslo in June.
I haven't seen her in forever, but yeah. Yeah, they had an animatronic of the little, like, deity thing from Sentence to be a Hero, and I was like, what? Yeah, the little goddess girl, dude. It honestly, like, I was like, hey, from a distance, looks cool. Then she opens her mouth, and I was like, keep that thing away from me. But yeah, the Crunchyroll booth was cool. I saw, they had some Arxis stuff, like some Arxis merch. They had Robokai. What else did they have? Oh, the Honkai booth. That was a lot of fun. I got to talk with Nicole and, one of the reps from, Shanghai, And we got to talking a little bit, and just to let all of you know, let me pause real quick. I'm gonna say hi, cause they don't just watch my Star Rail fucking streams. Hi, if you're watching, hello, hi. So you telling me I might have yelled at them? Yup. And I'm gonna tell you why, because literally, whenever we joke about John Hoyo, they might actually be whenever they hear that, like, me? Because it was funny because we were talking about stuff, and Nicole, she was like, oh, by the way, we saw your stream about talking about Anime Expo last year where we had the HSR event. I don't know if you guys remember. This was a while ago. Ray Yeru, thank you for the prime. I don't know if you guys remember this, but last year I talked at Anime Expo how there was the Honkai Star Rail event with like all of Emphoria's cast, and how at the end of it we all got swarmed, and how Stephen Fu called me out and then I called him out back. But we got swarmed, remember? They saw that clip. They saw that stream. And they were like, hey, don't worry. For next time, we'll be prepared. We'll have security for you. And I was like, thanks. That's so considerate. Thank you. But then we just talked about a bunch of stuff. They asked me how I felt about Swimsuit Aventurine and Swimsuit Robin, and I was just honest. and then unpromptedly, Nicole brought up, it's like, when are we getting Jing Yuan back? And the Shanghai rep looks at us and then looked at me and goes, what, you want Jing Yuan in a swimsuit? And I was like, I mean, I'm not complaining. But yeah, then we had a good old fun time, and like we were just joshing about it. But imagine, Jing Yuan swimsuit? I'm kidding. But SB Jing Yuan went. But yeah, we talked about some other stuff. I like made some suggestions, and they seemed receptive to it, but we'll see. But it was fun. Funny enough, as we were just chilling, I saw someone in the background, and I was like, that person looks familiar. Is that who I think it is? Nah, I can't be. Surely not here. And as I'm talking with him, he passes by me, and he goes, hey man, how you doing? And I was like, oh my God, Dakota! For context, chat, Dakota is my guy at Marvel Rivals, essentially my director, one of the creative leads on Marvel Rivals. And I was like, I didn't think you'd be here at Anime, not Anime Expo. So yeah, he was just having a good time, and I thought that was cool. But hey, thank you, 6 up. But yeah, it was really neat running into him. And yeah, like yeah, we just ended up talking. I did get stopped quite a bit during the while I was talking with the HSR crew. I mean, surprise, the guy that voices in Hoyo shit, you know, getting stopped in for the Hoyo booth. What a surprise. But yeah, and that was fun. Then after all that, I managed to go to the Daemons of the Shadow Realm panel, but I got stuck. So at Anime Expo, they have these like door sensors. If you guys don't know, they have these door sensors that essentially you need to scan your badge to get through, right? That thing broke for like 20 minutes. And I'm on the phone with Molly. I was like, hey, I'm trying to get in, but I can't because this thing is broken. And as I'm on the phone, this guy in front of me hands me a card because he recognized me. And turns out it's a Square Enix rep, specifically from the manga department, from the English side. His name is Alex. Super sweet guy, super chill. And we ended up just talking for like 20 minutes. And he ends up telling me that, hey, we know you're a big fan of Daemons of the Shadow Realm. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, we all were so excited when you got in because you were our headcanon voice for Ivan. So, and I was like, wow, really? I booked the guy you thought of me as? That's really neat. So, I'm glad that they were rooting for me. Also, the Daemons of the Shadow Realm, the person that runs the Twitter or the socials, Joshua, he was very happy that I like help promote this show when I can. I'm just glad that, you know, I'm in people's minds and that kind of thing. I never try to get a big head, but like, it's just nice hearing that folks think of me in that way. You know, I'm just a nerd wanting to do stuff. Hey, Sayu, I usually watch you on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed Anime Expo. Thanks. Yeah, I normally also stream on YouTube, but YouTube stream is a little busted right now. But yeah, Alex and I ended up talking. I managed to introduce him to Molly and Bill, who Molly voices Asa in the show, one of the leads, and then Bill voices Wright, who's one of like the main cast of Demons of the Shadow Realm, and I introduced them to the Square Enix manga team, so that was really fun. It was funny because Molly was like, oh my god, I should be doing Anime Expo with you. You skip half the lines. And I was like, well, I don't like to throw my name around, but some of the places I actually do have contacts, you know? Like at the Crunchyroll booth, I thankfully knew Tatiana. At the Sega booth, I knew a couple of people. I mean, Mr. Worldwide, oh, you mean little old me? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was really cool. And with Honkai, the Hoyo booth, I mean, I knew Nicole, thankfully. But it's just, you know, and I'm just introducing my friends to people. So then, you know, yeah, it was really cool. And yeah, that was just Friday. So Saturday, I got reached out by Sega, speaking of, and they were like, hey, do you wanna check out the Persona 4 Revival panel? And I was like, I can? So they snuck me into the panel. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I'm in this reserve section. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Next to me was this photographer. His name was Aaron. He was doing like some, you know, industry shots or whatever. And it was so funny because as we were talking, I look 2 rows in front of me and I was like, Howard? And Howard was in the panel and I was like, oh my god. So I just ended up hanging out with Howard because he managed to get a ticket and I was like, oh, right, a ticket. So I thought that was cool. And we watched the panel. I was so happy for Paul. Man, it brought tears. It brought tears to my eyes hearing like the fans freak out over Paul as Yosuke. And then they announced Abby as Rise, which is great. Because if you guys don't know, Abby Trotta has a great singing voice. They did the Super Smash Brothers theme and a bunch of other stuff. But like that's what a lot of people don't know. But Abby sang that, and I mean, now having played Persona 4 Golden, man, that she's gonna kill it. I mean, she already kills it, but she's gonna kill it. And yeah, and then after we watched the panel, which was very exciting, it made me realize Persona 4 Revival or Persona 4 is definitely the favorite. Fucking Mappa, dude! Anyway, so I noticed Kotone is getting added to Persona 5X. Could we get a remake of 3 with Kotone and Mappa, please? I kid. Maybe one day, but I don't know. I'm just happy that Persona 4 looks so good, but I'm sure Persona 6 is gonna go crazy. The copium? Oh, 1,000,000% copium. But the panel ends and everyone's attention shifts. Because I was like, yeah, Persona! And then I ran into Lily, who wanted one picture with me and her Vanta Crow, like, plushie. And I was like, yeah, let's do. And before I could even finish, there's like 2 lines forming around me, wanting to take pictures. And I'm like, we gotta do this quick. I took the picture with Lily, and I was like, get me the fuck out of here! Like, I was like, ah! Like, literally, I tried to go in one direction, I go in the other direction, and I was like, oh my god, I'm trapped. And then I was like, sorry, I gotta go! And I started cutting through people, because we wanted to say hi to Paul, so I'm like, and every 30 seconds, it's like, oh my god, Alejandro, are you okay? Can I take a picture with you? And I was like, sorry, no, and we got to the back, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not even Teddy. There was a Teddy mascot, and you guys didn't do that. Like, what the hell? So we got to the back, and we're waiting on Paul. And then I saw someone from Sega that I recognized, Samantha. And I see, you know, the directors and Iwata-san and like everybody, and I was like, "Hey, Samantha, I know they're in a rush, but can I talk with them, please? Can I meet them?" And I got to meet the team. You know, I got to meet all of them, and I was like, "Hey, I'm Alejandro. I voice Akihiko in Persona 3 Reload. Thank you so much." And they're translating. And they're like, "Oh, yeah." And then they say something, and they were like, "Thank you so much for like being so vocally supportive of the new cast." And I was like, "Oh, well, yeah. Of course." It was really sweet. And I told them that I recently beat Persona 4 Golden and it still holds up, and they're like, "Yeah." So I got to meet them, and it was cool. Yeah, Howard was the one that encouraged me to like, it's like, you should ask to meet them. You're right there. Like, you do it. And I was like, okay. So that was cool. And then after that, we ended up walking with Samantha back to the Atlas booth. Like, me and Howard were going to check out the CyGames booth. Oh, I did not get to check out Kagurabachi. I wish I did, because Zeno and AJ be bragging about it. I wish I could have gone, but I did not. Apparently, the anime looks immaculate. And I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. I know that a lot of people have asked me, it's like, who are you going to voice? And I was like, brother, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just glad it looks good, because having been a Kagurabachi denier and to now a Kagurabachi fan, I wouldn't call myself a Kagurabachi bro or a Bachi bro, whatever they call themselves, but I definitely appreciate the work and the growth. So I'm excited to see the anime once it's out. But yeah, that line was insane. But yeah, we ended up going to CyGames, got to check out some updates on Grand Blue Relink. Then we went to the Gamer Subs booth. Having a time out with Ama's meet and greet, which is really funny, because I wasn't trying to. I just wanted to stop by the booth because I wanted to thank them for everything they've done. And, you know, we had dinner the other night. Literally, as I scared Ama, which was really funny. I was getting asked, it's like, "Oh my God, Shayu, can I take a picture and all this stuff?" And I was like, and shout out to the Gamer Subs crew, shout out to Via, Dave, and fucking Monty. They were like, "Hey man, let's take it to the back. Let's take it to the back." and they managed to get me away. And then this was so kind of them. I should have maybe taken them up on their offer. I might next year. I'm not gonna lie, I might take them up on their offer next year. Monty was like, "Hey, do you need security to like escort you? Like, we got you. We got a guy." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good." He was like, "Is there anything we could do for you, bud? Like, anything you need?" And I asked them for one thing. I asked them, "Hey, can you bring back the snake oil caffeine-free version?" Because if you guys don't know, I love Gamer Subs. My favorite flavor is the caffeine-free version of snake oil. It's gone now. Doesn't exist. They asked me, "Is there anything we can do?" Bring back snake oil caffeine-free. They're gonna look into it. However, they also said, "You know, we could just give you like a private supply." And I was like, really? I got so excited. Dude, I know, Squeaky, I literally described, because they were like, "You know, we've gotten a lot of inquiries about that one, specifically caffeine-free. What is it about it?" And I was like, "Look, I know that it says it's supposed to be like apple pie or whatever. It's not that. It tastes like this Peruvian soda known as Inca Cola, and that is..." I told him, I was like, "Dude, I got my cousin addicted. He stopped drinking soda for 2 months because of this thing. I got my mom addicted into it. Like, I've gotten multiple people addicted into this fucking flavor, and now there's no fucking caffeine-free version. I need the caffeine-free version." So, yeah. But yeah, they said they were gonna work on it. And then as I was leaving, multiple people were like, "Oh my God, Alejandro, bye!" And I had to run. Me and Howard were like away. And literally, as I'm walking away with Howard's like, "Maybe you should have taken him up on that offer of security." And I was like, "Shut up." But yeah, I felt bad. I felt bad denying a lot of people photos, but I was like, dude, I have an autograph signing in like an hour. I have to get going. I felt bad because if I take one picture, like, here's the thing. My thing is that, hey, if you manage to find me in the sea of people, sure. Like, well, I'll do a picture. I'll do my best. I did not think I would meet. I didn't think I'd run into like almost 100 people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I also don't want people to think it's like, oh, he fucking hates me. I was like, no, man, I've just taken like 60 other pictures before you. Like, I'm sorry. Like, like that's the thing, right? Like, and you know, I like meeting fans. I'm glad that they appreciate my work and they're eager. But I was just like, I have to get going. I have to go. I'm sorry. You know. Yes, this was Anime Expo. But yeah. And the thing is that some people are like, yo, Kagi? And I was like, all right, you know, maybe one day I'll bring this shit back. I don't fucking know. Yeah, maybe I'll bring it back. maybe I'll do like a video or shit. Oh, man, because that shit was funny. The forbidden name. But yeah, no, it was, I had a blast. But literally my con ended at 9:30 on 4th of July.
Hi, Cy, how you doing?
Hey, thank you, JGito Rose.
Xenoverse 2 is over after
yeah.
10 whole years.
Thank you for the 31 months. Hey, what up, Artie? So I was supposed to sign from 4 to 8. This is what fans told me. Apparently, the line to get to me was so long, it went to like the freeway or something. Now, they could have been exaggerating. I was just in the room. I don't know how true that is. But this was on Saturday from 4 to 8. I signed from 4 till 9:30 because I was like, they closed the doors and I was like, well, I'm not gonna fucking leave. If people are here to see me, I'm not gonna fucking dip. That'd be such a dick move. So I was like, all right, let me sign, not as fast as I can, but like, let me at least. At one point, I did get a little delirious. I was like, and out of all the people I met while signing, there was like one interaction where it got a little heated, which I don't know why. It was these two individuals, a boy and a girl, and they were like, hey, yo, we got beef. And I was like, beef? Like, what happened? And they were like, yo, you voicing too much shit. You gotta lock out. And I was like, I gotta lock in? No. You gotta lock out. Like, what you doing? That you have too much money. And I was like, I looked them dead in the eye and I was like, bitch, I'm trying to buy a house. The fuck you mean? I'm locked in. I'm so locked in. And like, no, you need to lock out. And I was like, fuck no. And like, yo, man, like, you just gotta stop. And they were raising their voices. And I was like, so here's the way I am, chat. The energy you give me, I reciprocate, right? I was like, so they were like, yo, like, you gotta stop. I was like, fuck that shit. There's like 30 things I haven't announced this year. In fact, just because you said that, I'm gonna audition for more shit. And then they realized it's like, oh shit, we're like getting big. So, and hey man, like, we love your work, but it's, damn, you just do a lot. It's like, yeah, man, like, I'm just trying to, like, literally, it went from like 11 back to like a 2. And so they were just like, hey, we like love your work, but you know, like, it's, and I was like, hey, I understand, you know, I'm dead ass just working my ass off. So then, you know, I can do it, you know? And they're like, oh, okay, like, we understand. And I was like, yeah, you know, like, so it was just really funny that we were at like a fucking 11 and then we dropped down to a 2 and I was like, okay. But that was honestly like the craziest shit. Other than that, everyone was really chill. Everyone was super chill. I did find it very funny whenever someone came up to me and be like, yo, I went in your line. This isn't even for me. It's for a friend. And I was like, damn, it better be a good friend. It better be a really good friend. And if they end up being shitty, you have my permission to rip this print in their face. That's exactly what I told every single one of them. I was like, hey, if that friend is ever being a bitch, grab that print, rip it. Rip it, because you just waited and God knows how long to be this in this line just for them to be an asshole. Because I was like, that's crazy. I'm sliming that. Oh man, but yeah, no, I'm glad. I'm very glad that everybody was patient with me. We did sell out of a few things. But yeah, it was really cool. I'm glad. How hot was it? Honestly, the signing room was the coldest place in the entire convention center, and it was amazing. So yeah, I'm glad that everybody waited with me. I'm glad everybody was patient with me. It was really cool. And yeah, because then Sunday I had to be right back at 10 a.m. Sunday I was there at 10 a.m. Signing till 2:30 because we got through we actually capped the line. We capped the line early and then we let a few more people in. And yeah. Damn, Majin. That's also the funniest thing, by the way, chat. Majin and Miss Artsy, they showed up to the to the signing, and they really fucking thought I was gonna charge them. That's the craziest shit. They really, I was like, you paid? Hey, give me their money. Take it. You always charge me? That's because you don't, bro, that's because I'm always too late. Not this time. Not this time. So yeah. And it was really funny. I literally said, I was like, yeah, they're one of my mods. And someone in line's like, whoa, you're one of their mods. It was so funny. They were like, whoa, you're one of their mods? That shit was so funny. And I remember it was this taller guy with like a Full Metal Alchemist shirt. And I was like, oh. Hey, what up, Kingdom? That thing was so fucking funny to me. I was like, huh? But yeah, we, on Saturday, it was funny because I did get invited to like a party on Saturday and I was like, hey guys, I'm dying. I'm dead. Literally that night, I took a bath. Like Hayden drew a bath for me, bought me food, and I literally like half awake in this tub just eating. I'm so tired. There was like, but yeah. And then the next morning we got up early and we got right back to it. But yeah, I had fun. I met a lot of people. I met a lot of new people, met a lot of folks that I've known for a while. And yeah, that was my Anime Expo. I can't wait for next year, dude. Next year it's Friday through Monday though, which is gonna be weird. So yeah, so yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm very excited. Anyway, that was Anime Expo.
How big is this convention?